Hello doctors, today we are going to discuss regarding the information brochure of CMC Vellore. Before starting the video, let me just clarify that if you fill this form at this stage, then only you would be able to apply for Christian Medical College Vellore during the NEET PG counseling. So starting with the video, this information bulletin is regarding admission to, let's see which courses. 3-year MD and MS courses as usual. Then there is Diploma in Clinical Pathology, which is DCP. And finally, there is a 6-year course MCH in neurosurgery based broad specialty post MBBS degree. So these are all the courses available. So after the initial disclaimers, this information brochure proceeds to tell us about the number of available seats in each specialty. So, in MD anesthesiology, for example, there are 33 seats, and so you can see the whole list. So, all of these MD MS courses, they are of 3 years duration. But as expected, there are two exceptions. And what are the exceptions? So, you see in the end that the diploma course is of 2 years duration, and MCH, yes, its duration is 6 seats. So few important instructions have been added in this form. So coming to the first instruction, so it is mentioned that candidates have to ensure at their own level that they complete their 1 year compulsory rotating internship by this date, 31st July 2025. Second condition. So again, it would be the responsibility of the candidates to ensure that, assuming you have completed diploma in some course and you are willing to get admission in 2-year MD or MS course, then the information brochure mentions that you can only apply for the course in the same subject. So if you have done diploma in ophtha, you can only apply for MS in ophthalmology. Just one exception is there, and the exception is that those candidates who have completed diploma in clinical pathology, they will not be able to avail this benefit for MD pathology. So this is the only exception. Good point. Some students are still serving their bond period, service bond after MBBS. So such candidates, before filling this form, they need to ensure that their obligation would be completed by 31st October 2025. Assuming that you know in advance that your service period would extend beyond this date, then there is no sense in filling this form. Then, as of now, the minimum qualifying percentile for, let us say, open category candidates in NEET PG is 50th percentile. So if your percentile is below that level, then filling this form would have no benefit for you. Similarly, if in the future this 50th percentile gets revised to, let's say, 20 percentile, maybe 5 percentile later, then those candidates having a percentile in that range would also become eligible. So the fifth condition is very important. Basically, as we'll see in some time, that suppose candidate joins the course MD, MS or DCP or MCH through this CMC Vellore, and let us say for some reason they decide to quit the course in between, then CMC Vellore would impose a fine. In addition, another fine would be imposed by the Tamil Nadu State Selection Committee. So this TN Selection Committee is also a partner in this selection process, and therefore the brochure mentions that candidates should also meet the other eligibility criteria as mentioned in Tamil Nadu Selection Committee prospectus. So this is yet to come. So stay tuned to our channel. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to hit the like button. We are India's fastest notification channel for NEET PG and INICT exam. Besides, we also do counseling for MBBS and NEET super specialty. So we cover the entire and make sure to subscribe to our Telegram channel. So as and when any notice is relevant for you, it would be updated on our channel within a matter of minutes. So proceeding further with the discussion. So next thing that the brochure mentions is that you cannot pursue two post graduation simultaneously. So if you are getting admission in this institution, then pursuing any other course simultaneously would lead to cancellation of this degree. So that is just not permitted. Moving further, here are some crucial dates. So on the 23rd of April, the application form was released. Immediately, the form filling process started. So what the candidates are supposed to do is to fill the form online and submit the fee by the 5th of June. So still lots of time remaining. And don't wait for the last date. Why? Because after filling the form, you are supposed to take a printout and dispatch to the address of CMC Vellore, which is mentioned in this prospectus. So the letter must reach the authorities on or before 7th June. So this is another important date. So do not wait that will fill this form after NEET PG. No, you have to fill this in advance. So as of now, the scheduled date for NEET PG is 15 June. So these are all the dates. Then some dates are yet to be announced. They would be dependent on the schedule of NEET PG. So the application process is very simple. You need to log into admissions.cmcvellore.ac.in. The form is pretty straightforward. If you want to save your time and if you want Vidya Sarthi to fill this form and all other forms in the future, you can call us at 8484849630. So further, the form mentions few other conditions. For example, For example, if candidates who have obtained their MBBS degree from Tamil Nadu's Dr. MGR Medical University or any other university which is recognized by Tamil Nadu State Committee to be equivalent to Dr. MGR Medical University and who have completed their rotating internship, uh, they are eligible to apply for PG diploma as well as degree courses, but they need to ensure that at the time of registration, they should have obtained full registration with their respective state medical committee. Then, then the eligibility criteria as defined is in Tamil Nadu Management Quota Prospectus that is yet to be released. So candidates have to ensure at their own end that they satisfy the required conditions. Next condition is that, as already mentioned, it's almost a repetition, but PG diploma candidates who have a certificate in the same subject, they need to undergo only 2 years of training for the PG degree courses instead of the normal 3-year course for MBBS graduates. But this benefit will not be applicable for MD pathology and MD in transfusion medicine. So the form is pretty simple. The instructions are given. You won't find anything surprising in the form. You have hopefully already filled a NEET PG form, INI form. So there is nothing specific or nothing different in this form. So later on it is possible that your refund might come in the bank account, so make sure to fill the bank details carefully. Similarly, because it is a Christian medical college, minority college, so it is another important condition that all candidates who apply under minority network category, they should submit their baptism confirmation or church membership certificate. So these are all the conditions. then uh, then it is also mentioned, if you are already doing MD or MS degree anywhere, then you will be able to appear for any other PG diploma course exam during this 3-year period. So in general, there are no out of the way conditions. So the various categories are given. There would be the general merit category. There would be a service category. So for the service category, very clear cut condition is mentioned. The candidates must have a valid proof of 2 years full-time service in areas of need, which is a very much well-defined term. Regarding the minority network certificate, so the main aim of CMCs, whether it is Vellore or CMC Ludhiana or any other CMC, their aim is to train doctors to serve in the Christian missions hospitals. So that is why all these criteria for minority category have been made very strict. So if you genuinely fulfill this criteria, then only you must apply the minority certificate. So these certificates are checked and the scrutiny is very much rigorous. Then there is the institutional preference, IP category. So it is for candidates who have done their MBBS course from CMC Vellore and who have also completed 2 years of service obligation corresponding to their MBBS course. So such candidates, of course, if they fulfill the eligibility criteria, then they have to apply either under the IP category or the minority network category, whichever is applicable for them. So the rules for serving in minority hospitals have been mentioned, and thereafter you see that the service obligation is clearly mentioned. There are clinical seats in management quota for which after PG one has to serve a minimum period of 3 years in either CMC Vellore or one of the associated mission hospitals, and any hospital anywhere in India can be allotted to you. So those candidates who are admitted under the service category, so they also have to serve a minimum period of 2 years in CMC Vellore or any other hospital. Similarly, candidates who are admitted under general merit category, so for them the service period is least, it is just 1 year service. And on the other hand, this is a very strict condition in my opinion. So worth reading each and every word of this line. Candidates admitted under minority quota and institutional preference category for the 6-year MCH course in neurosurgery, they will have to serve a minimum period of 6 years in CMC hospitals. So, assuming that you get admission in this course, so your 6 plus 6, next 12 years are frozen in CMC ecosystem. So, on the other hand, if somebody is admitted under the service category, their service obligation after the degree would be 4 years, and candidates who are admitted under government quota, so their service obligation uh, would be for a minimum period of 2 years. So these are all the conditions mentioned in this information brochure. And similarly, these things were valid for the clinical courses. Regarding the preclinical and paraclinical courses, so the conditions are that if one is admitted under minority or institutional preference quota, their service period would be 3 years. If admitted under the service category, then you have to serve for a minimum period of 2 years. And if admitted for diploma in clinical pathology, that too under the service category, then your service obligation would be just 1 year in either CMC Vellore or any associated hospital. However, for candidates who are admitted uh, under the general merit as well as government quota category in pre and paraclinical MD and diploma courses, there is no service obligation. So let me highlight this point. So it is mentioned very clearly, there would be no service obligation. So these are the critical points of this information brochure. Besides that, for PG courses, non-fulfillment of service obligation would result in a penalty of rupees 40 lakh. So this is the, penalty for not completing bond period. And besides, for PG diploma courses, the non-fulfillment of service would lead to a fine of rupees 20 lakh. So this service obligation has been summarized in the form of a table also, and one must read this because getting admission in CMCs is a long-term career decision. And so the selection process is mentioned in this prospectus. But to sum up the things, if you, after the NEET PG counseling, if you want to get admission here, then it is essential to fill this form. Once the form is complete, the address would be displayed on your screen. So you have to take the printout and dispatch the documents there. So that's it about this small video. Thank you.